Just like that, we are live. We're live. It's Motivating the Motivator. I am your Chief Motivating Officer, Latifa. It's Tuesday evening. It's 6:30. Hey, hen. So it's Tuesday. It is Motivating the Motivator. So tonight, as most nights, as most times that we have this, there she goes. Hey, Bianca, I was just introducing you.
Hey!
Hey, hey, hey. And I love it. Well, we're going to get to what's behind her in a second. So, because I see what's behind you.
Hey!
Real chicks
Oh,
support each
yeah, look
other.
at you, girl. You better do it. I love
You all
that.
will know what this is about in a second. So, hey, everybody, it's Tuesday night. I know it is Tuesday night. It's a good time to amplify.
Yes.
It's a good time to have some voices just lift us up because there's a lot of stuff going on right now that can do this. So what we're going to do here is do this. We're going to elevate. We're going to amplify. We're going to empower. We're going to bring it to the roof of the church. We're going to shake the foundation.
I love this.
Wait. Cheers.
Oh, wait. Cheers, 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 cheers. Oh, this is
Cheers,
fun.
and cheers to everyone else watching. So, tonight, we have coming to the table, we have Bianca Crystal. So, that's her name. Let me give you a little something about Bianca.
Oh, boy.
So,
Here we go.
I know, right? So, she is a friend. Like, not just, oh, that's my friend. It's like, no, she's my friend. Call on Bianca. She's like, what you need? She calls on me, what you need? There's really no question. Bianca and I met through Black Girl Pilates because we both teach Pilates.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. And she, just like Teresa, who you guys met on Sunday, is another one of those instant connections. And sometimes I have to remind myself that we haven't been friends for 20 years.
Right.
Right, because we talk like we have been. I don't want to, it wasn't a before life because she still is, but a LCSW. So social worker. So here's the thing. She's fitness now. She's barre, Pilates, has a whole system now called The Catalyst, which you will be finding out about in a little bit. She has her company Built by Bianca, which is here, and everything else that she's going to talk about is underneath. But she brings all of her other training, all of that into wellness. She's not just doing this because it's like, oh, I can make a check, because we all know you can't really make a check here. But you
Don't
can.
tell everybody the secret.
I know.
We trying to get a check.
But you can work from here. And when you take Beyonce's, why am I Bianca? But close enough.
Go with
When
your
you
heart
take,
saying.
I know. When you take Bianca's classes, though, you're like, yo, she needs it. Like, she really loves doing this stuff. And just how positive she is and how excited she is to teach. You're not just taking a class. You're having this little mini Bianca party.
It's an experience.
Yeah, because I don't call any of my classes. They're all experiences.
Right?
But I think it's amazing and wonderful and fantastic when you have people that are just true to what they do and that absolutely positively love what they do. And they don't have to say it because everything they do shows. And that is Bianca.
I love you, sister. Hi.
So,
I love
everybody,
you.
welcome to Motivating the Motivator, Bianca Crystal. Say hi to the people.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. First, I just want to say thank you so much to Latifah. I tell her all the time, we've only known each other. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. Friend anniversary. It's only been 2 years. We met in 2018.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So when
See?
she says it feels like we've known each other for 20 years, but it's been such a short amount of time,
Yes.
She really means it. Like, instant connection. Met through Black Girl Pilates. Shout out to Sonia J. Herbert. We love her. She connected so many different people together. And now we're just this really strong sisterhood. But yeah, we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. And it's like, Latifah's amazing. And so for me to be asked to be a guest on her platform, I'm just beyond happy. But yeah.
My sister just joined us. So.
Hey, Layvon!
She's now Bianca's big sister too. So
I love it.
I love it. So hey, let's first do this. Let's talk about the umbrella. So Built by Bianca is the umbrella. So that's the first thing. So let's talk about that because we have a lot of things that come under that as well. So let's do that.
So let's just start from the beginning, right? So hey, Levi. Hey, Monica. Oh, gosh, everybody. Sorry. So let's start from the beginning. So I had a 10+ year in social work. Went to Fordham Graduate School of Social Work. I'm social services. I majored to be a therapist. Basically, I took a clinical track. Want to be a therapist. Love.
That's why I like calling her all the time.
I'm like, I know, right? Love the work I was doing. You know, I finished Fordham, master's degree in social work, got my license. I worked in nonprofit management. I did residential treatment. I worked in clinical therapy. Loved it, but it was not, if I died the next day, I wouldn't be happy. And I'm a person that obviously money matters, but I'm more of a person that works off of like purpose. So through me having to like readjust and do a lot of introspection and try to figure out what was what, I decided to make that leap to go into fitness. Now I was like, whoa, how did she go from social work to fitness? I've always had a love of movement. You know what I mean? I, like many people, fluctuated in weight. When I was going through that stressful time in my last social work job, I started working out, lost a bit of weight, and it was through there I kind of felt my vice and my way to really cope through a hard time in my life, just trying to figure out like what was my purpose. You know what I mean? I felt like I had all these accolades, all these different accomplishments, but like deep down inside, like I was not happy in what I was doing from the day to day. I kind of just felt like there was nothing to hold me back other than myself. So through basically all the introspection, loved fitness, I just said, hey, like fitness makes me happy, so why not just go after what you're passionate about? So here we are 5 years later. Teaching to me just brings out several different aspects throughout my lifetime. When I was a kid, let's see if you're gonna laugh, I wanted to be a singer, okay? Like Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey was my favorite singer. Sade was my favorite singer, and I used to legit act like I was okay. All right. No, so I used to really try to put on little concerts as I was a kid. Then from me trying to be a little performer, yeah, that's my mom.
I can believe that.
You don't believe it. You know what I mean? Just sing around the house. And then from there, I also wanted to be, not even from there, but at one point I wanted to be a nutritionist. So like certain family members will say to me like, yo, I remember when you wanted to be a nutritionist, or I remember when you were like doing X, Y, Z, trying to make it seem like you were having a concert. Because like legit, when I am teaching,
love it.
I say I'm like putting on a show. Like it's like a persona. Like in my mind, I'm Janet Jackson. I put on that mic and it's like, hello. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on, right? So the energy, the excitement, the passion, if anyone has ever witnessed me teach in person, like actually felt my energy in the classroom, that is where it comes from. Because for me, I'm living out like not a childhood dream, but a childhood dream. Because in my mind, I'm like legit a performer. But that is just like the outwardly presence. Me just being a fitness instructor, I just love to motivate people to move, because when I was going through like a tough time in my life, movement was something that kept me happy and kept me sane. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that say like, I hate working out, but I have to because my doctor says so, or, you know, I can't fit my clothes. Like obviously those are factors, the second part, not the first, because if I can't fit my clothes,
quarantine weight don't lie, boo.
14, 15, like, ow. But anyway. So I love to work out.
Bianca Fierce. I love it. Somebody said Bianca Fierce. Go ahead.
That's Monica. I love it. Wait, what's going on? B is a healing through movement. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I actually love to move. So like Amanda is saying, I am a healer through movement. I found a love of movement. And I wanted to share with people because when I was going through a tumultuous time in my life, movement helped to heal me. It helped to make me feel good. And then once the results came, it was just like, holy cow, like my body can do this. I can do this. I can conquer that.
Right.
It made me not think about things that bother me. It was a release. So
Right.
once I ended up like segueing out of my full-time social work job into fitness, of course, it was a lot to learn, not only with becoming a group fitness instructor, but also just anatomy, how the body moves, biomechanics. It's a lot that goes into group
Yes, it
fitness
does.
that a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not only is it programming or knowing how to put together a program, you have to know how to present it. You have to know
Yeah.
how to present it to a multitude of different people because you got bare bones beginners, you've got the more advanced people, and you got the people that's in the middle that may not be bare bones beginners, but they're not quite advanced. So you as the instructor had to be able to scan the room and know that.
Right.
So I want to say for like the first 2.5, 3 years, because this September will make 5 years I've been in the industry. For like
Love it.
half the time, it was just me trying to get very comfortable and honing in on my craft.
Mm.
Latifah, you can probably like agree, like when you're an entrepreneur, you got all these different pieces of advice coming from you from all
Yeah.
different ways.
Yeah, you
And
do. You got to figure, you have to sort that,
you got
sift
to
through
sort
it.
it out. You know what I
Because
mean?
not
Because
all of it is for you.
not all of it's not. And I kind of felt myself listening to what people were the advice they were trying to give me based off of just fitness. And like I have conversations about people about this all the time. It's like fitness is such a low threshold to get in. You know, if you're well liked
Mm.
or you got a good body, you're in there. But it's like I didn't want to be that, and I don't want to call it gimmicky type of person that sell you a pipe dream and then take your money and then leave you alone. You know what I mean? I wanted to find my lane in which I can empower people through movement, right?
Right. And you
So
want to stay authentic too.
yeah,
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
want to stay authentic to myself because I know like I never bought into the whole gimmicky type of weight loss thing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like
Hmm.
I'm open with everybody and people that have known me like prior to like Bianca Crystal Fitness personality or whatever, like I went up and down with weight. You know what I mean? Like I always joke with people like in the wintertime I'm up, in the summertime I'm down. Like you see me in the wintertime, that's not Bianca. Like it's me in the summertime. Like cause you know what I mean? Like I was one of those people that will go so hard for summertime and then
Yeah.
wintertime like deliberately like stop. You know what I mean? And that's not really a healthy cycle
No.
to be in. So I found my equilibrium, you know what I mean? And I segued into fitness. First 2.5, 3 years, it was just me just being very comfortable in this new arena because basically at 32, I was starting over. Which
Right.
for some people, it's like, oh, Bianca, you're so young. But for like this
Mhm.
ambitious girl, it's kind of like Bianca at 32, you're supposed to be like damn near at the top of your game. What you put in to your career, to the people around you, what you know, I kind of felt like that wasn't reflected with the things
Right.
that were around me. And I'm not going to lie, I had struggled with that even up until maybe like a year or so ago, but I had to relinquish I had to relinquish that idea, that idea in my mind, that dream in my mind, not even that dream, but that idea of my life, my mind of what my life is supposed to be, and be like, hey, bitch, this is your reality. And if you're
Right.
happy in your reality right now, you've taken that leap, you followed your dream, you followed your heart, you do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
built by Bianca. So getting back to people giving me, I guess, advice. Love you too, David. Getting back to people who gave me advice and me trying to sift my way through it. It could be very overwhelming if, like you were saying, Latifah, if it's not authentic to who you are. Because I come from a social work, a clinical background, I'm not the type of person who's going to sell you a gimmick, period.
Right.
And if you really know me,
Right.
like I'm a firm believer in tough love. Like, you know what I mean? I'll coddle you, but then there's an abrupt dead end to that to where it's like,
Yeah.
we need to deal with the crux of the situation here. You know what I mean? And it's also like, how am I going to frame that in a way to where, like I had this one friend that's like a business mind and she's just like, look, I mean, I get what you're saying about no gimmicks. It's a microwavable society. People want results now. They don't want to hear that
Yeah.
other shit you got to talk about.
However,
Yeah, I know, and I felt that. They're like, "Do you want to make money?" And then like they show me all these different people on Instagram who probably is making quite a bit of fucking money, while
yeah,
I'm
they are.
trying to put my foot in the lane, make money, learn. It was all these different aspects, but it's just like, Dad, like, I don't want to advertise myself or promote myself in those ways. Like, obviously it works. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, but I need to find my lane that's authentic to me. So anyway, so getting to Built by Bianca. So Built by Bianca, I came up with this name while I was training this gentleman in 2018. And basically what my whole vision for Built by Bianca is, I wanted Built by Bianca to be, well, it is a lifestyle and a wellness brand in which I wanted to empower women to be their better selves, right? How I empower women to be their better selves is I wanted them to take what I offer as a catalyst of change, whether it be my fusion-based classes, whether it be nutrition guidance, wellness coaching, and then my last endeavor, hey, Teresa, and then my last endeavor, of course, is a doula, right? And so that was like, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Latifah?
I was just like, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, right. I want to offer inspiration. I want to offer motivation. You know what I mean? For these women that want to take control over their life. And I like to say control over their life because a lot of people kind of teeter tatter with the like pre-contemplation that they want to have change in their life, but they're not ready.
Yes.
And I always say to people, like, I'm not here to persuade you. I'm not a salesperson. I like to deal with people who want to take control and they don't know where to start. So then I am the person that steps in to kind of like guide you. But, you know, if you're halfway in the door, halfway out, I'm not your coach. You know what I mean? Because I want to attract people that know what they want, but they don't know where to start.
Exactly. And there's a lot, and there are more people out there like that than those people actually know. You know what I mean? Like the people who are those people don't even know they're there.
No, it's the truth. Like, you know what I mean? So, my whole mission, you know what I mean, with Built by Bianca is to help these women who actually are taking a step to say, hey, I want to make changes in my life. You know what I mean? Again, it can be through movement, it can be through personal change, training, birth doula things, which we'll get to later. You know what I mean? It's saying like, wait, I'm really scared. I'm about to have a baby. You know, I don't want to put all my trust in my doctor. Can you help me? Right? So the mission in which how I want to accomplish that is, and I had to write this down from off my website because I want to make sure I convey this. You know what I mean? I came prepared for my sis's show. Okay.
Go for it, boo.
Boom. So the mission here is I wanted to be able to guide women to create rituals that will lead to behavior changes, which will positively impact their mind, their body, of course, through fitness and other modules. I also want to guide women to rediscover self-care techniques while enforcing healthy rituals of self-care while she's putting herself and her well-being first. Now, that last part.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. Wait, it ain't Sunday, but we can drink. Let's cheers. Cheers up. That's why I had to write that down because I thought this up. It just came to me. I kid you not, in 2018. And when it came to me, I was like, I have to write this down and this has to be my mission. And I'm going to read this over again because I see all of the comments. Okay. Because then I want to talk about what my good sister Bridget talked about using self-care as a weapon. So the second part of my mission is I want to guide women to rediscover self-care techniques while enforcing healthy rituals of self-love while putting herself and her wellness first. Now, if you, Krista says she knows she cheers into. Everybody, the Lady Tiger is my cocktail happy hour buddy throughout quarantine. People give her a round of applause, please, okay? All right, you know, I like a good happy hour, and me and her hop on that house party, and we cocktail it up. Okay, sorry. Sorry, so going back to rituals of self-love and self-care. Bridget, love her. Slam Dunkin' Wellness. Yes. I love how you know, she's very passionate about wellness. She's also a group fitness instructor. She's a beautiful dancer. Everyone's giving Krista a round of applause. I fucking love this. You guys are the best. So being as though we have this race war against Black people, I love when I talk to Bridget, and Bridget really wants to put self-care, self-preservation at the forefront of not only just women, but Black women, because unfortunately, due to the oppression that our people have faced for years and years on, and self-care is like, oh, what? Centuries. I don't have time for that. Centuries, thank you. I don't have time for that. I don't have money for that. That's not important, but actually is important because guess what? It's being weaponized against us with our
Yes,
health outcomes. It comes to
yes,
be a point to as black women or women of color, you Latina, y'all too. You know what I mean? You have to start to put your self-care, your self-love, your well-being first because when stuff really strikes us medically, we're the
yes, yes.
first ones to be affected. Like it's legit, not a joke. You know what I mean?
No,
So Bridget articulates it better than me, but it's like we have to start to
I think you did a good
prioritize.
job, though.
Thank
I think you
you.
did a good job, hon. Yeah,
You
oops,
have
sorry.
to start to prioritize, you know, your
Yeah,
self-care because it's a weapon and it's a
yeah.
form
And it's
of
not a
social
luxury.
welfare.
It's
It's
not
not.
like it's the problem. One of the main problems that happens with the wellness industry is it has been made to be something that is unattainable. It is only something that you can have if you have a certain level of privilege, when in actuality, wellness and self-care is something that is a human privilege, not
Right.
a wealth privilege or a socioeconomic or a race privilege.
Right.
It
Right.
should be something that is a human privilege.
Right.
And unfortunately, the wellness industry has made it to seem like it's something that's way out there and it's not really unattainable. And you have to do all these very overly expensive things to do it. And the
No.
actuality is that it's not.
No.
And that is one gigantic myth that a lot of us are trying to bust through,
Right.
trying to make sure,
Right.
and you're right, Bridget, all the things we've been doing and saying, Bridget did kind of put it together with those words that you just mentioned, where it's like,
Yeah.
it, and it is a weapon against
Uh-huh. Social
systemic
welfare. Yeah,
everything.
it is.
It is a weapon. When you
It
are
is.
well, I went to a dance class with Uzima, Dance
Oh,
Fitness.
on
Yeah,
Saturday? It looked
on
so
Saturday.
fun.
She said something really powerful. Her name is Tia, who runs it. But she said something very powerful. She said the revolution probably won't be televised, but it probably won't do well either if we're not well. I'm
Oh, so she's
paraphrasing, but
on
it
the
was
wave
pretty much
too.
like, if we're not well, watch that revolution. Hey, we got to be well. Yeah.
Right. It's
And
gonna be
that's actually revolutionary in itself for us to turn inward a little bit and know that we're worth
right.
taking care of ourselves. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very honest in front of this.
Tell me the
Everybody
truth,
is
sis.
watching. I'm going to be
Everybody,
honest in
all
front of
10 of
everybody
us.
that's watching. Bianca here has had to tell me quite a few times that
What I
I
tell
need
you?
to tell myself that I'm worth it. Because
Oh
I
God,
don't
no,
always
I
take
didn't.
it. She did. Um, she was like, sis, she turns all, she's a girlfriend, she's my drinking buddy, whatever, but she'll put on that social worker hat like that and be like, listen, but we have to turn it on ourselves. And you're one of the people that helps, especially Black women and women of color, that we are worth it. We need to do this for ourselves.
Right. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we do. We have to take control.
have
Um,
to,
and that's why
have
like when I
to.
created the vision and the mission for what I wanted to build by Bianca and stand for, it took all of that into account. And it's so crazy how things come to you piecemeal that when you're
Yes,
looking for it in that moment, you may not be able to
yes,
find it. But like
Amanda.
legit, when I created like the vision and mission, and it's on my website. If anyone coming in didn't hear me say it, but biancacrystal.com,
I
you
want to
click
see if
on Built by
while you're doing
Bianca.
that, let me see if I can actually, I don't know how to pin stuff to this. So let's just keep moving.
If
I
you
was going to try to,
no, you can. I think I wanted to actually tell you that beforehand. Put whatever comment you want in there. And I think you got to like double tap it twice, and then it pins.
okay. And your website is
W
www.
yeah .biancacrystal.com, and then if you once you're on the website, it'll say built by Bianca, and then it'll show like the vision and the mission of what I said like is my whole thing with my built by Bianca. What did my Amanda say? We all need reminders. We need to tell yes, okay.
Yeah,
um
right? That was good.
and then like
Amanda's right.
elaborating off of my vision and my mission
Thanks,
of built by Bianca.
Diva
Oh, and
Nikki.
hey
I put it in there
Nicole.
too. Thank you, Diva
That's
Nikki.
my H Town boo boo.
And
Latifah, I'll be telling you, I'll be
I put
visiting.
that in there. Thanks, Boo.
Uh huh. Hey Nick. So aside from the vision and the mission, I also created 4 pillars in which Build Bianca is also stood on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Built by Bianca is found. It's a house. You know, these 4 pillars help to keep it up. So, one of the 4 pillars is physical. Our bodies
Right.
are our temples. And, you know,
Yeah.
even from the most elite athlete to maybe the most sedentary person, everybody has struggles with that. But as long as you know in your heart you are trying to combat that and push through it, it can be rocky roads, but just always keep that in mind that your body is your temple. And that's with fitness, it's with food, it's if you want to have a baby, like whatever, like your body, try to treat it as best as you can. Because again, like
Mm-hmm.
money comes and goes, stuff comes and goes. We get one body, one life. That's it. And that goes back to being able to give back to ourselves, because once something medically happens, we're the first ones to go because we're not taking care of ourselves. So that's why it's the first pillar is physical. The next one is emotional. Feelings are important too. And as a Black woman, we're tough, we're strong, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we have issues with feelings of vulnerability. Okay.
Yeah.
Just our history, what we've been through, we are super women. You know what I mean? Like, period. You know, like slavery times, we were breeders and feeders. Like, you know what I mean? We have these babies, we breastfeed the masses, baby, doing all this. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to, if you're having a time, it is okay to feel. This is
Yeah.
something that I had to teach myself as an adult, because I come from a long line of strong women that they don't have time for those soft, mushy feelings. But those soft,
Exactly.
mushy
But
feelings,
those. Mm-hmm.
huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, those
Preach.
soft,
Keep
mushy
preaching.
feelings are what make us human.
Right.
Women, men, Black, white, Latina, I don't care, to make you human. Make room for them. They are important. I want to be able to promote the ability to navigate through your feelings effectively, because they can, in fact, aid to growth. Again, I come from a
Um.
long line of strong women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, I'm just going to read this. It says, and when you
Yeah, go ahead.
share your vulnerabilities with your community, you give others the space to share their truths.
Right. So I just think that's
Thanks,
important.
Amanda.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be like some people. I think social media, a lot of people use it as their personal journal online. I'm not asking anyone to be that person, but just being open and honest with yourself with those mushy pink feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because bottled up over time with external stressors is where breakdowns come in. Like, let's just keep it funky. You know what I mean? Like, how many
Mm-hmm.
times have you had a conversation with somebody and they snapped out? There's feelings going on that they're
Yeah.
probably not recognizing. You don't got to recognize it to the person, but just recognizing it to yourself and maybe getting a healthy outlet, that when the littlest thing, it ticks you off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or it throws you off, or it pisses you off. It don't even have anything to do with the person or the occurrence. So pillar number 2, emotional feelings are important. The third one is mental. Super important. Super, 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 super important. Thoughts, words, actions, super important. Be very mindful of the thoughts that go in your head, because they come out through your mouth, your voice radiates through the universe, and then actions go to those thoughts. So just be very mindful of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you want to speak positivity, speak greatness, speak whatever it is that you want out of this life. Speak it out, think it, so that you can act within that. You know, you can embody that. You know what I mean? Whether that be words, affirmations, people, support systems, we want to always make sure that we are vibrating at a high frequency so that we can be good members of society. We can be good lovers. We can be good parents, be good daughters, be good whomever. You know what I mean? Because if you
Good
always,
human.
right, just be a good
Mm-hmm.
human being, like overall.
Yeah.
And then the last one is spirituality, which
Ah.
is debatable.
Yep.
Some people would have put religious. I'm not the religious person. Grew up
But
religious, but
yeah,
I'm
it can
not.
go under spirituality.
Yeah, I say spirituality, but for those of you who don't really like call themselves spiritual, they're more religious. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I like to look at it as being interchangeable depending on what your thought process is.
Mm-hmm.
So just spirituality, your ability to connect to a higher power or nature, whatever that is. Your spiritual health is about personalizing your own journey. Some people like to look at spirituality and religion as their grounding or their foundation or their philosophy of life, morals, values, how you view things. You understand what I'm saying? So, depending upon if you're religious or you're spiritual, just if that is a preference of yours, to making sure that that is like your grounding, that you are you footed in to be able to be just who you are overall.
Right.
But that is built by Bianca. So one of the things, so Built Bianca is like the overall
That's
umbrella.
the umbrella. That's,
you know what I mean?
That's the this, right?
Yeah. So
Everything and everything you do is under that.
Under
right?
that, right?
Yeah.
So the catalyst. I got this little thing here. I would show you guys. I'll show you guys the catalyst. Okay, that just came in yesterday. So the catalyst is the first prong, I guess, under the umbrella built by Bianca, which I just spent the last 15 minutes explaining to you my vision, right? So Built by Bianca is my fusion-based movement class, okay? When I say fusion-based, it's fused with either a foundation of barre, fused with a foundation of Pilates, fused with a foundation of cardio. So that's my movement. That's my love of movement. If you didn't hop on, I compare myself to a young Janet Jackson when I'm about to teach a group fitness class pre-COVID. That is the way I share to people my gift, right?
Yeah.
We put that music on. I don't know how my hair is going to be done that day. My routine is probably on and going. If you've seen me teach in person, you know what I'm talking about.
It's on and popping.
Yeah, no, it's like a whole freaking party, okay? It's a party. If you haven't, I mean, COVID is switching the whole fitness arena up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you still get it virtually, but I just miss it in person, girl. Sometimes it makes me cry.
I know. I do. I miss it too. I miss being able to play my playlist. One thing I was known for is my playlist. Everyone's like, yo, your music and your vibe, it's just like a DNA. What is that thing called? The DNA? Anyway.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the word either.
Yeah, but it's like, it goes like this, right? So it's your vibe, it's your attitude, it's your energy, and then you got the playlist because all of you went into that playlist, and it's a wellness party.
It is a party. Everything is to the beat. And then people just eyes be lighting up, and then when your eyes light up, my eyes be lighting up.
Oh, thank you. Of course, my sister wrote it's a DNA helix.
I love her. LaVon is a freaking genius. You see
she
that?
She is a genius.
She's the best. Wait, it's Denise. It's a helix.
I know. Everyone's like, you two dummies.
I can't think right now. I'm on the hot seat.
Oh, I know. Oh my God. Teresa wrote she misses playing her playlist too.
I just miss seeing a room full of like 40, 50 people or whatever.
And we're just getting it in.
You know? And it's doing like it's a whole party. Like everything is to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's moving and freaking grooving. You know, you get a group of people that's really busting their ass to stay with it. It's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it is. It is.
When I'm going to be able to do this again. It's very.
But y'all, you can go onto her website because she does offer stuff still.
Yeah,
so you can get her energy in your home. I was able to pin because she told me how to do this. You can get like a taste of her energy, I should say, in your home.
I know
it's a taste.
So the catalyst is my way. I know I'm getting all like sad.
I know we're getting all.
The catalyst was a way for me. I miss being in class, especially my Afrobeats class. Yeah, I mean, you know, the energy.
Afrobeats class. It's not the same in your home. Yeah.
It's not.
Anyway, she's right. It's not
that's
the same.
a whole other live.
That's a whole different live. Yeah. Moving right along. So yeah.
The catalyst was my way to share my love of movement to people, right? I wanted to be able to have creative control. I myself am a whole freaking experience. Like I come in there, I teach my freaking heart out, right? So for me, I wanted to create something that was mine, that one day I'm looking to trademark, that is like, it's mine. You know what I mean? So I created it. It's fusion based. I like to call it a meditative movement experience. Pre-COVID, the class started with a meditation breathing work, and then we went into the movement. The tempo of the class picked up, you know what I mean? And then you end the class with meditation. Because we're now doing things virtual, I kind of switched it around. A lot of things got switched around, but the catalyst is basically created for me to be able to share my love of movement. It's exhilarating, it's fun. Of course, I curtail it to the different levels of the. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Did she?
A phone call came through. But I know I had to. And so my bar class is like, of course, like my bestseller, you know what I mean? Just because like I'm just known for a freaking bar, you know what I mean? Right. So for those of you who don't know bar, because everything is virtual right now because of COVID, it's barless. So you can use your towel, your counter, your fridge. I'm looking at the towel on my counter. That's why I said towel. You can use your counter, your fridge, your chair as a stable surface. So basically, a bar is you take simple ballet techniques coupled with athletic movements with fused with Pilates and yoga flow, right? So it's pretty much upbeat, like I said. What really gets bar and it's very, very challenging is that you move in slow incremental movements, and it really challenges the endurance of the body. You move very, very slow movements so you can fatigue the muscle out. A lot of people fucking hate bar, right? They hate it because
that's why I love it so much.
They're like, what the hell is happening? My body, I don't understand. These weights are 2 pounds. You have me pulsing for 30 seconds and my shoulders are burnt out. But I love it. It's the first thing that I taught when I was in my transition into teaching. First class that I took when I was thinking about transitioning into fitness, and I said, I love this. I want to teach this, right? So bar fusion is like my bestseller. Then Pilates fusion, basically what I do with Pilates is I fuse together contemporary classical Pilates. I might throw in a cardio element in there, and it's a mobility and yoga type of flow, right?
And that's a full body class.
Yeah. Slow twitch fibers. Yeah, that's why people hate bar. Everyone's used to fast twitch stuff. But you need to work those slow twitch muscles to help support those larger muscles for you to run,
I'm glad you say that because there's not enough classes that do that.
Yeah, so like people hate bar, but like it's a great compliment if you're a lifter, a runner, a cycler. Like it's cycler. I don't know if that's
perfect
a word,
for cross training.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Pilates. My Pilates fusion, again, I fuse together classical, contemporary Pilates, also mobility work, yoga, and then I may throw in like some cardio sets in there. So that's my Pilates fusion. And then my cardio fusion is the newest of all the classes in the Catalyst repertoire, so to speak. So I added cardio fusion because I teach a lot of...
Nobody's allowed to cough anymore.
I know. I don't teach high impact classes. I take them. I love them. But for me to teach them, I don't. And the reason why I chose not to focus my professional fitness career teaching on that, because I think there's a lot of that and people ignore the lower impact stuff that's like fine tuning your body. So when I describe myself as a trainer, as a coach, I encourage people to fine tune their body. You know what I mean? Like you'll get
mind,
those
body, like really pay attention.
Because how many times do you see people in class, or even yourself, if you pay attention to yourself, you're moving, you're grooving, you're trying to keep up, but you don't know what the hell is going on in your body. And then when I, as the coach, because I am that fine-tuned type of coach, I do pay attention to detail. It's like, if I'm asking you where you're feeling, you're telling me you don't know. It's kind of just like, what do you mean you don't know? So for me as that coach.
Let's get in touch with your body.
Right. I want you to be able to, if you can't identify this yourself, I can help you be able to identify it. You know what I mean? So then you could be more aware when you're out in the world. Because at the end of the day, fitness is great for the aesthetics. And that's what like the microwavable society or people who want fast results, they look at the aesthetic, which is great. But for real, exercise is optional. They say movement is essential because you need to learn how to move properly to be able to do this daily functioning activities that we need to do in life. You have to think like we were hunters and gatherers. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you're not even able to sustain in that primal type of lifestyle, you know what I mean? You're doing yourself a disjustice. In Western society, we have all these different things to make it easier for us, but we're weakening our own bodies. You know what I mean? Like I live in a 3-4 walk up. 3-floor walk up. People come visit me, they're out of breath and they be talking shit. And
Oh
I'm like,
man,
I'm sorry you can't handle with your own body
my
weight. You
stairs.
know what I mean? Like, it's not my problem. You know, that is not my problem, but it's actually sad. You know what I mean? Because it's your own body weight and you're not able to manage it. You know what I mean?
Functionality. Sometimes
Functionality.
that's the biggest thing of all.
Hey, Kelly.
That's another way she and I bonded, because we both have that. And if any of my students have watched this, they know that I'm always like, slow it down.
Oh my God,
Slow it
everybody's
down.
talking about. These are all the people that came in my house. They're like, don't target me, out of breath. I'm like, what do you, and mind you, when they come and they see the steps, I'm like at the top of the steps and everybody's at the bottom. I'm like, bitch, slow down. I'm like,
Oh my God.
let me that down.
Are you there yet? You're like, yo, we're only on the first floor. Shut it.
Yeah, like, come on, we got 2 more flights. But for me, when I train people, I train.
Diva Nikki's funny, by the way. She's like, I carry all this sexiness and talk ish. But go ahead, Nikki. I can't wait to meet you. You're funny.
She's so off the hook, child. We gotta fly to Houston because she's off the hook. She'll have you running around all through that daggone city from fucking north side to south side, child. Anyway, I like from north side to south because she be wearing me out. But anyway, so I like to call myself like a functional trainer, a fine-tuning trainer, a trainer that's going to challenge you to be able to tap inside what you're actually feeling in your body so that you can carry that on to everyday life. Because again, like, movement is, I think the quote, and I might be misquoting it, but movement is essential. Exercise is optional. You know what I mean? Like, exercise is great, but to be able to move in a way in which that's optimal for your body, that translate into everyday living, is so crucial.
It is.
Right?
Because that's just minimal life.
No, it is minimal.
Being able to function.
No, it is. So the catalyst is my way in a group setting to give that to people. Oh, wait, I was talking about the cardio fusion. So cardio fusion, because, excuse me, I teach low impact fine tuning modalities, as I like to call them. I'm not known for like the more upbeat stuff, unless you train with me personally. Like, one of my clients is on here now, and she probably can beg to differ, like, girl, you be having me winded. But anyway, so for a group fitness setting, I wanted to create a modality for like the people that like hit formats, which is high intensity interval training and Tabata. You know what I mean? That want that like that high energy, that impact, the jumping, the explosive, the plyometrics. So I created cardio fusion. So cardio fusion basically is a hybrid. It's a hybrid of hit. Yeah, I used to train her. It's a hybrid of hit and Pilates. So basically, you just go through like a 3-minute round of cardio. Of hit, then another 3-minute round of Pilates, and you do that until the duration of the class. And that is just something I wanted to give to possible people who want to come into the whole Built by Bianca family, who want that like high intensity type of training. So that's the catalyst. Love the catalyst. I'm looking forward to growing the catalyst virtually. Pre-COVID, I was in the midst of growing the catalyst in real life. You know, I taught it at Athleta Flatiron. I ran a space here in Jersey. Latifah and I did retreats where I taught the catalyst, but that's just my way to share my love of movement with people. The other prong, because we got about 15 minutes, because I can't even believe it's almost been an hour, and I want to start talking about doula stuff.
Yes.
So that's my fitness component. Latifah tagged my website, biancacrystal.com. You get to see my vision, my mission, my 4 pillars of my company, Built by Bianca. The catalyst is one of the main prongs under Built by Bianca for me to be able to carry out that vision and that mission, and then doula work. So I have always just been obsessed with freaking birth. Like, I just think it's amazing how women just push 9, 7, 10-pound babies out their vagina, right?
It's a miracle. Every like, birth is a miracle.
Holy fucking shit. Like, I used to just watch like birthing videos, like, oops, you did that?
Yeah.
Be looking
it's
like this.
Beautiful.
You know, the fluid come out, and I just be looking like, what? Birth disgusts people, but I love it.
But I think it's the most beautiful thing to see.
It's amazing. It's incredible.
Human giving birth to a human is a miracle.
It's like
I honestly think, like, let me get a little crunchy for a second.
Yeah, please.
But I think
you were a head wrap.
Well, you know.
You did.
I think if every single person thought of themselves as a miracle,
Yes,
oh,
10 pounds.
10 pounder. Vicky, which one of your children? She's got 2 boys. Which one of the babies? They're so cute. Her sons are adorable and they're so beautiful. Oh, I love her boys. But anyway, but you're gonna tell us which one was the 10 pounder.
Yeah, share.
Yeah, I just think if everyone understood the fact that every birth is a miracle, that every human being, that we're all walking miracles.
Right.
I mean, could you? Oh, Vince, he's so cute too.
I'm sure he's
Vince was 10 pounds.
I love that.
Um,
And I don't know this mom, but I'm pretty sure is she petite? Because I
she's
don't
not
know.
like that. I'm not petite.
Yeah, you are. You know, it's always these like little women that push out these big babies. I'm
You're
like,
petite. We're about the same size, so big. And he just turned 13. Victoria, we're petite. By the way, Victoria's going to be on July.
she said no.
Oh, she's like, no.
She said I'm thick. I know that's right. Is that thick because of COVID or what?
Wait, by the way, you're going to see her. She's July. Maybe she'll be kind enough to let me know when she is because my brain's not working. I don't know what Levon wrote with Yes You Are, but
Latin thick, yes God.
Latin thing, yes she is. I love her. That's why she's gonna be on that show. And Victoria, put on there when you're gonna be on because I don't have my calendar in front of me. But if everyone understood that they are a walking miracle, July 7th. She's going to be on July 7th, y'all.
I can't wait.
And Levon told me my booty is thick. Yes, my booty did get bigger during quarantine. People pay for that. But if I think people would treat themselves better and would treat everyone else better as well if we were like, yo, we are a miracle. Like to have like a body pushed this body out, or a body had to be cut open so something could be taken out. I mean, either way, there was a birth that happened.
Yeah.
And there was the carrying of this baby and the nurturing of the baby in a womb. So whatever happened, there was a miracle that happened. It's called birth. And all of us are walking miracles. And if we all kind of understood that, that's another podcast. But thank you, Resolve.
That's Miss Denise Harris.
Denise, I know.
Hey,
Thanks,
Denise.
Thank you, baby. Yeah, we are walking miracles. I had to look at her picture to know that. But yeah, we're all walking miracles. Like if we understood that, I think on a personal level, we would treat ourselves better. And I think if you treat yourself better, you're bound to treat other people with at least half more respect than you already do. You know? But that's another live, just like the other stuff we were talking about.
I know. But, it's like so many like
there's so much to pack in, but yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Gems we drop.
And that's why when you say you were obsessed with births and people think it's gross and you're like, no, this is beautiful.
It's not.
And then the fact that you trained to be part of that, you trained to be part of that process.
Right.
You know, you trained to be part of this miracle that just creates generations, because birth creates generations.
It does. It's like amazing. But so I love birth. I was training this pregnant woman. I was training a pregnant woman. See, but of course maybe I shouldn't say that. But I was training a pregnant woman. I shouldn't say that on live. But I was training a pregnant woman, and she wanted me to be her doula, but I forgot what happened, and I wasn't. So I ended up going through Glow Maven, aka Latham Thomas.
Hey Latham.
Love
Latham. Hey Latham. Hi, honey.
Amazing. I went through her doula training in 2018, became a doula. And when I tell you that becoming a doula, learning about the woman's body, learning about the Black woman's body, what we've gone through centuries, starting with enslavement down to current times, and just appreciating just being a woman, divine femininity, just a newfound appreciation, just how life is conceived, what women go through is just incredible. Knowing the power that we have, and also learning how Western medicine has stripped us of so much power, especially Black and brown women.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They've instilled so much fear in us about giving birth. And like, I don't have any children. So I would never push my views on anybody because I never went through it. But just the fact that because I don't have children, and it was already in my ear about how hard it is. And then when I go through this training and I learn how beautiful it is. And it wasn't until I went through this training and I met Latham and met other women who didn't look as birth as being so like grueling. It was just like, wow. And then understanding the science of it, the biology of it, it's just like incredible. And then on top of that, just learning, again, going back to health outcomes of Black and brown women, more specifically Black women in birthing spaces, it's atrocious. It's horrifying. It's terrible. So. And a lot of it is fear going in, depending on the doctors who don't really give a damn. They want to get paid. They want to get in and out. Yep, to get paid. They want the most interventions. They strip us of our autonomy and our ability to even birth naturally. Because again, like you're saying, Latifah, they want to have you in and out. So again, like one of my pillars of Built by Bianca is to be able to give women support, to be able to give women motivation, be able to give women education, and of course, like I said in the beginning, to like take onus over what they want. Can you have a doula in a hospital?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
So then,
you can, Kelly.
Yep. So that's another thing too.
Wait, real quick for Kelly, Pilates by Kelly. You just got to check in the age of COVID, hospitals are changing things around, so you just have to make sure. You can, but you just have to make sure. You just check with the hospital or the place where you're birthing to know.
Yeah.
See what their rules are. But usually, yes.
Yeah. No, you definitely can. And I just want to say, because we're running out of time a little bit.
See, this is what happens with me and Bianca anyway. Oh, you're not pregnant? Oh.
I was about to say, she just got married. You didn't tell me, Kelly.
I know. Oh, you were just curious. Okay. Well, now you know. And maybe, you know what? You may have asked and somebody listening probably needed to know the answer to that. So it's all good.
The big misconception with doulas is that it's a luxury, that you have to have money. Right. No, you don't. Every woman should be awarded and should have a doula, if not in the birthing room with her, but should be consulting with her throughout your pregnancy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. There is so much that doulas can give to you, not only, of course, the big day of labor and delivery, which is like mainly what doulas are for, but just information. Because as I mentioned before, Western medicine has stripped women of our power to give birth. Yeah. And it is power. So what I mean by that is they're going to give you choices that basically can just make the whole trajectory of the hospital policy and procedures go smoother. You know what I mean? But there's so much that you could choose throughout your entire like pregnancy to have brought to life to you. And unfortunately, if you get a good doctor, he or she may tell you, but a lot of the times, no, they don't. Like I have many friends that like when I went through this doula training, I was just telling them different things. They're like, holy shit, I didn't even know. And the biggest thing is that if you get a C-section, being able to deliver vaginally after that. A lot of women have a misconception that they cannot have a VBAC, which is vaginal birth after a C-section. Like if you have a C-section, like you just have to find, of course, a caregiver who will be able to support you, but you can do it. Another question I get asked, like, holy shit, I want to have an at-home birth, but I'm over age 35. And like in the birthing world, 35, like you're geriatric. Like I'm geriatric, I'm 37. You know what I mean? You know, you have women like across the globe who deliver
giving birth naturally. At 55, 60.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just finding your provider and knowing your options. And basically that's what a doula is. A doula is there to basically give you not only physical support, emotional support, and educational support, but we are not here to take over for your partner or your loved one. We're there to assist. So let me just
and to be an advocate for what they want.
Right.
And Levon just wrote that some insurance companies will cover the doulas. Yeah. So I guess that's something else to know. Everybody, you know, look it up and see if your insurance company will
will
At
cover a
least get
doula.
part of it. We'll cover that. Yeah.
Cause yeah, it's needed, and a lot of people feel like, you know, it's not, it's for the elite or the wealthy. And another thing too, where I see with like a lot of my
Yep.
doula colleagues is, you have baby showers, ask for a doula as your baby shower gift. Okay, ask for a doula. You know what I mean? Just ask for one gift card for your doula,
Right.
right?
Right.
Definitely consider a doula. Like, it's
Yeah.
antiquated to even think that you have to be wealthy. Like, and to be honest, low income women of color are the ones who need it the most. I mean, women, period, we need it. But if you're low income and if your skin is being weaponized, you definitely need a doula.
Most
So
definitely.
that
Most
leads me
definitely.
into I'm doing a fundraising class on Saturday. Um, a coworker of mine, I teach for Equinox pre-COVID. A coworker of mine at Equinox is putting together a special day on Saturday called Move for the Culture, in which she wants fitness professionals to come together and just celebrate movement and Black cultures. You know, within that, you know, of course, everyone teaches, basically donates money to a charity or a cause that promotes you know what I mean, like Black and brown or Black communities. So the organization that I chose to donate 50% of the proceeds for is the National Association to Advance Black Birth.
Mhm.
Duh, I'm a
What's
doula.
their
What's the
website?
internet? So their website is www.naabb.com. So, the National Association to Advance Black Birth was formerly called International Center for Traditional Childbearing. So, their mission is to combat the effects of structural racism within maternal and infant health to advance Black birth outcomes. And their vision is to be in a world in which Black women and persons achieve all of their birthing potential and thrive during laboring childbearing years. So I chose this organization to donate 50% of the money that I make off of Saturday's bar class at 10 a.m. So Latifa also, okay, she pinned the organization in which I'm supporting. But if you want to be a part of this movement, you can sign up for my class, which is Saturday at 10 o'clock. It's a 45-minute bar class. 50% of the money made, again, will be donated to this organization that'll help promote positive birth outcomes for Black women and infants. You can go on my website, biancacrystal.com, and go under the catalyst and you can sign up. If you don't want to work out and you just want to donate, I have Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. Can you tell that I'm trying to get all of the money to get this? Okay. Reach out to me on Instagram, Bianca Crystal, and I will give you one of those platforms so you can just donate. But if
Yeah.
you sign up for the class, that will be your donation, and of course 50% of it will go. And again, Black women are 3 to 4 times likely to suffer a childbearing related illness that can lead up to death than a white woman. And I'll give
Yep.
you a little history lesson. Because of these stupid ideologies from back in enslavement times, they used
Yep.
to try
Yep.
to say that we were inferior. And within this inferiority, they thought that we had these magical powers to which we can endure pain a lot stronger than our white counterpart.
By the
No,
way, that's
motherfucker.
still, they asked
We are
doctors
people.
last year, they asked doctors, and that's still a mindset, by the way. There are a lot of doctors that still feel that way. And if anybody doesn't believe me, just ask Serena Williams. She talked about that.
Beyonce, right?
Beyonce, Serena, that just lets you know, it doesn't matter your money, nothing. This puts something in people's minds, unfortunately, in the medical industry as well, and medical fields as well. Just
Yep.
ask them if that's an issue or not. Because people didn't think Serena needed anything. She's Serena, she's strong.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And that's like the misconception. Like, she's
Yeah.
strong. She doesn't need help. Oh, she says this. She's this. Oh, no, no. She's all right.
You're okay. Go lie down. That's what she was told.
I know. It's crazy. But, all right. You came
Yeah. Oh, we are almost out of here.
Yeah, no, that's fine. My spiel. But I am so happy to have been on this platform with you guys. My Instagram handle is Bianca Crystal. I would love to see you guys in the Catalyst class, either the one benefiting the National Association to Advance Black Births or just overall. I am a doula. Because of COVID, I'm not being able to do births because they're only allowed one person. And usually people don't want it to be a doula. They want to be their partner or loved one. But I'm always open to have conversations so you know your options. But Latifah, thank you.
Honey, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share why you motivate me.
You motivate me. Latifah's changed my life.
Yo, can I just tell you, Instagram's not playing it like you got 18 seconds remaining. So
yeah, I know.
Good talk. Yes, Vicky. I can't wait to talk to you. Bianca, Crystal, look her up. I love you, honey, and I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for coming.